it annoys him, it bothers him, he's certainly not going to appreciate it. And that's why women often feel, I don't feel appreciated. I'm helping him. He doesn't want that help unless he's asking for that help. So you can
Right. And
say,
I finally did ask him what I could do to help. And he said, trust me to handle this.
boy, this guy is so great. That's so perfect. Don't give men unsolicited advice. Okay?
And why is that so? Why, I want to just ask, because I know there's people in their mind saying, why is that so significant, John?
Yeah. Okay. That's so good you asked that question. That's why our videos are the best. Okay.
Because I'm thinking, because I know the questions that go in people's minds. I hear them all the time, talking to people every day. Yeah. They're like, why? Why wouldn't I give a man advice? I like getting advice sometimes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not that you can't give me advice. If I'm interested in if I've asked for advice, okay. Because when you ask for advice, you're asking for help.
Right.
Okay? And that's okay. For a man, I can ask for help if I've tried everything on my own and now I need help. Anytime you ask for help, you're on your female side. Okay. So when you offer help to a man, his status as a man goes down. He's now on his female side. You're seeing that you need my help as opposed to I need your help. You know, this is the old thing, and I'm not recommending this, but it's the truth. Girls were always taught, don't be smarter than guys. They're not attracted to you if you're smarter than them. Why? Because it's not like you can't be smart. It's that he needs to feel that he has some way to provide for you. And smarts is you're going to help somebody else with your intelligence. I mean, I have one client, and she says to me, here's the symptom. They love each other, married for many, many years. But she says, why is it that my husband is always tired around me? And yet, if one of his guy friends calls, his energy just picks up right away. I said, because his guy friends increases testosterone and you don't. Well, why don't I increase this testosterone? Because you're so smart and you're always giving him advice. See, when you give a man advice, basically you're not trusting he can do it himself. Whenever a man feels competent and capable, he gets the message, you see me as competent and capable, someone that you need my help from, my testosterone goes up. If I'm needing help, my testosterone goes down. Unless I've really extended, I've done everything I can, and now to solve the problem, I'm going to go seek out help. But again, I have to ask for it. Okay, it's not like somebody coming and offering me help is putting me in a one-down position. It's implying I can't do it myself. It's implying you know better than me. And if you know better than me, then why do you need me?
Right.
So then,
and I had to learn this one. I had to learn this one the hard way. I did, John, because my husband went through this big job transition and went for a period of time without having work, and it was really stressing me out and upsetting me. So I was helping. I was giving advice. I was sending him leads for jobs. I was sending him interviewing tips. I was doing all these things, drilling down on what he said on every answer in an interview, all this stuff. And I could tell he was not appreciating my help at all, even though I really intended to help. That was what was my true desire.
It's just, yeah, and he was being nice about it. But what it does is it annoys him. It bothers him. He's certainly not going to appreciate it. And that's why women often feel, I don't feel appreciated. I'm helping him. He doesn't want that help unless he's asking for that help. So you can.
Right. And I finally did ask him what I could do to help. And he said, trust me to handle this.
Boy, this guy is so great. That's so perfect.
He is great. And you know what? Then I did. And he did. He just did it in his own way. It was different than mine.
Yeah. It's just different. And maybe you have better ideas. It doesn't matter. This is what this really smart, she's a really smart woman, okay? She's just really good ideas. And she says, well, what am I supposed to do? Not giving him good advice? I said, yeah, unless he asks for it, don't give any advice. But he'll take so much longer doing that. I said, fine. He'll be a happier.
That's what I thought. Yeah. That's what I thought. He's going to take so much longer to get a job without my help, without my advice.
And that puts you in the role of like a mother helping a child. And if you did that first of all, what you end up feeling right away is he doesn't appreciate my help.
Right.
He doesn't, and so you end up feeling I'm not appreciated, as opposed to you're doing something that he can't appreciate because he doesn't want. And that brings us to another thing I was talking about in my weekend seminar, which is it came up. It came up because I was perusing one of my friend's books, and I'll give a little plug for his book. It was Warren Farrell, called Soulmate. You might enjoy that and have Warren onto your show. It's
Okay.
just a wonderful book. Warren has all these processes and exercises. We have, for actually 15 years, go for a walk every week and share ideas. And his ideas are, it's unusual to talk to somebody as a man who spent 40 years focusing on gender differences. So he's done it in his way. I've done it in my way. And one of the funny ways that we're different is he teaches couples how to hear each other. Okay, so he has this whole process of you can go through so that you can hear a complaint, because we're not processed to hear complaints. We're always we're designed to be right, not to be wrong. If you're wrong, you're cast out. This is the bottom line. And men who are wrong are not loved. Okay, women do not want a
Oh,
guy who's wrong. Okay, he's wrong all the time. So I'm getting rid of him. He's made too many mistakes. I'm done with him. So for us to get love, we really have to be competent. We have to be capable. We have to be right. And whenever you complain about us, we have to be right. So this is a reaction. This is historic. You have to be right. You have to be strong. Okay, so he takes people to a process of having a session once a week where she gets to complain about one thing. And they go into this meditative state, and they go through 7 levels where he can hear what she has to say. And they're good things. Okay. I'll tell you one of the good things from it that I have borrowed from him and teach is that whenever my wife is upset, my thing is just don't talk, say, I hear you. But what keeps me anchored in that is knowing that if I practice listening, I get a gold ribbon. So you actually visualize, I'm going to get first place if I don't talk. Okay.
a gold ribbon.
Yeah, I'm going to get a gold ribbon. My success is ensured if I just don't talk. See, men are motivated by golden ribbons. Okay, first place. I'll be first place if I don't talk. So anticipate the reward you're going to get by not saying anything. So that's very important. So that's one of his tools. But that book is called Soulmate. And another idea in there, and I expanded on my class, was so many times women have no idea that they're being critical. They think they're just helping.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true. That's so important. Yeah.
And and she just has no idea that she's coming across in a negative way to him and shutting him down, because I'm just sharing, if you put on that tie, it wouldn't look so bad, And so what I taught my wife, even with my dressing, don't give me advice on how to look, but if you want me to change ties, make it an exception and just say, tonight's really important tonight. So would it be okay with you if I picked out your outfit? So it's a special thing. And so you can have your power. Well, what? I really want him to dress a certain way. You can't say you can't wear this. You should put this on. You should do that. It's back to the child. Don't tell them what they should do. But you could say, in this case, you can say to your husband, this is really important to me tonight. I'm going to dress up. So would you let me help you dress up just this occasion? So make it a special thing. Again, help me. Always come from the point of, would you help me? And I'll feel more comfortable as opposed to you just being so casual. And I'm a casual person. I'm California, I'm more casual. But women like to dress up. They like to put on new outfits. They get jewelry. They want to look good. They put on their makeup. And, if you're just so casual, man, it's not that nice for her. She wants to feel you put in effort as well. And so, but that wouldn't be my nature until I learned about what women need. But also part of how I learned is she said, I feel a little embarrassed if I'm all dressed up and you're not. Women always think about being dressed up, what if they're dressed appropriately. And I used to think that was silly. I can dress any way I want. I'm going to tell another funny story about men here. So, Oprah, I was her coach for 6 years. And when she had her first movie that came out, I was sitting on she gave me special seats to the movie, and I'm on her row. Okay, so I'm going back to this time. So I'm going to a Hollywood opening, and in my mind, there's going to be like red carpets and everything. Well, this was in LA, and it wasn't a award ceremony. It was just going to a movie opening. And they had the red carpet, but California guys, nobody was dressed up in tuxedos. I went there and I wore this tuxedo, my marriage tuxedo that still fits me after all these years. So I'm there and I'm wearing my tuxedo and I feel so good. And people are coming in, movie stars, LA movie stars are coming in, and they come up to me and they say, "Oh, would you get me a glass of champagne?" From that moment on, I had such compassion for my wife in terms of embarrassment, in terms of what you wear. You have to wear according to the occasion. I ended up taking off the tie, then I eventually got rid of the jacket. I just had my shirt. It was so embarrassing. So I have great compassion for women when it comes to what is the right outfit for the right situation. And my wife as well. Even before that, we fixed that. She just said, "Look, this is important to me. I'm dressing up. Would you wear this and this and this?" And so then you're making it a special occasion. You're asking permission. You're asking to control him in some way like that. And I know some women will feel like, "Oh, this is too much." This is called being considerate of your partner and understanding their difference. Some people just want to be, I can say whatever I want. You're supposed to respond. And it doesn't work that way. And there is freedom, but you have to be also considerate.